Good morning. How's everyone doing? Happy Friday. Kimber's always happy every Friday morning. I love it. She's always got lots of energy that shines through on the camera. I can see it. Yeah. All right, Kimber, let that rub off on everyone else. I love it.
You can only hear my dogs in the background with their squeaky toys. You probably hear them now.
That's okay. My dog will probably come down here at some point and she'll probably come in my office and bark or want attention because I'm busy. So, it's the dogs. We love the dogs. We have to have the dogs in our lives, right?
They howl when my husband leaves right at 8, like at 10 to 8. They howled like saying goodbye. And I'm like in the middle of Zooms going, oh no. Anyway, it's kind of funny.
But we're a dog people. And guess what? The thing is, we all work from home. Okay. I mean, even my clients, they understand when I have real estate clients on the phone, I'm like, just so you know, my dog's going to come in here at any point. And to her, like, this is her world. And so, if she needs something, I'm going to have to stop and get it for her. And I'm like, if you're not a dog person or a pet person, then, we're probably not the right match. So I totally appreciate howling dogs. And also just a little side note, dogs are only here for, 15 years if we're lucky. And, we're here for, three, four, five, 6 times as long as that. I can't do math right now, but we're here for a long time. And then, so it's like, if my dog needs me, my dog gets me. I am her world. She is only a little piece of my world, but I am her entire world. So anyway, Debbie's terrified of animals. What about fish, Debbie? Are you terrified of fish? I am terrified of birds, just so you know. Birds, butterflies, anything that flies. Get it away from me. I'll tell you what, like I can't stand birds. Like I'm like, oh God. Oh. Debbie says, I like 2 dogs because I have to. That's funny. My mom's and my son's. So Debbie, don't bring Debbie a dog. Whatever you do, don't bring Debbie a dog. Okay. We're not here to talk about dogs, although I could have a whole entire conversation on dogs, by the way. And I would not be upset about that. So if ever you want to talk about dogs, just call me, okay? And Angel's with me on the birds. Okay, I love it. Anyone else with me on the birds? Anyone else hate birds? Like freaked out by birds? They terrify me. I'm like, why are these things flying around? They can poop on me at any time, and I don't like that.
Depends on the breed. Like crows that are territorial and fly down the trail and watch me with my dogs. Those birds I don't like. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, there was one time when I worked in downtown Seattle, and so the guy I was dating, it was a long time ago, the guy I was dating at the time, he did not like crows in his yards. He would shoot BB guns in their direction. One day I parked in downtown Seattle and had to walk into my office, came out to my car, and my car was covered in bird poop. Covered. Crows are super smart, so don't ever piss a crow off. Whatever you do, do not piss a crow off because they will remember you. I swear that crow followed me from where I lived 40 miles into downtown Seattle and watched me park my car, and they knew, I swear. Or they sent a little bird message to their other crow friends, and the other crow friends did it. So anyway, so whatever it was, my car was covered in bird poop. Anywho, okay, we are not here to talk about bird poop or dogs. We're here to talk about events. Okay. It is that time of year, right? And honestly, it's like the end of October. So if we haven't planned our holiday events, we might be a little behind. Let's be real. Like holiday event venues, if you're doing holiday events, are probably booked up at this time. But I wanted to do kind of a little brainstorming session for those of us who might be a little behind on planning holiday events and want to get something out there, whether it be for your past clients, whether it be for your community, whether it be for just a marketing event. I wanted some brain. We have a lot of powerful brains on this call, lots of powerful brains. And I would love to get some ideas in place for people, and we can put a little summary together and post it in the group later. I think I had, Andy is on this call. So Andy, there she is. She knew I was calling her. She came on camera. She's like, I know she's going to call on me. Andy's going to take notes. And we'll get a little list together of all these ideas for you. And then hopefully we can take some of these and get some client love. How do you feel about that? I personally love client events. That is my thing. I love them. I love them more than I like this because I get to see my people, like especially like my past clients. My favorite event I ever hosted was last year. This time we went to Dave and Buster's and learned a lot of lessons. I would never do it on a Saturday again. Never again. I do it on a weekday from now on. But anyway, we did a Dave and Buster's event, and it was awesome. And the coolest thing was that we had a little scavenger hunt. And so there was like I think I might have the cards right here somewhere, but we had a little scavenger hunt, and we had all of our clients go around, and there were certain things they had to find within Dave and Buster's at the game. So they had to take a picture with it, right? They had to send me a picture or take it on social media. There was so much attention going on. And at the end of the scavenger hunt, we had a drawing for a raffle, and everyone got prizes. I also supported my past clients, and I had I have a couple past clients who are bakers. So I had one of them make cupcakes. And so she got to bring her cupcakes. I had another one who put together little goodie bags, because that's what she does in her gift, in her business. Is she's a small business. She has an aromatherapy business. So she put together little gift bags for little swag bags for all of my clients. So it was an awesome way to not only get all of my clients in the same room, but to support their businesses as well. And that's one of my favorite things. So if you have clients in your database who are small business owners, I encourage you to use them to help support your business, because that's the number one thing that has helped my clients give me more and more referrals. I mean, they just come to me all the time because I support my businesses. The other thing I do is I have another client who owns a coffee shop. And so once a quarter, I'll go to their shop, and I'll buy a big basket of their favorite blends, because they fly all over the world to coffee bean things and whatever you do when you're in coffee, but this is like them. They're so passionate about it. They fly all over the world, and they'll get the best blends, and they'll blend, and they have this massive coffee roaster in their shop. And it's really cool. So I'll go in there, whenever they come back from a new trip, and I'll put together a little basket of their favorite blends. And I'll use that as a giveaway for the rest of my other clients. So supporting your past clients in their business is one of the best ways to get more referrals, because you're never asking them for a referral. Ever. You're just like, hey, I want to support your business. How can I help you? And so I would strongly recommend, if you're not doing something like that, try something like that. Ellen just I said, I'm holding my first client appreciation in 2 Saturdays from now. Free Christmas photos. I'm so nervous how many will show up. I'm going to tell you, Ellen, I do client events all the time, and that thought never goes away. I wish I could tell you it's going to go away, but it doesn't. It's always there. It's always who's going to show up. So my question for you would be, what's your confirmation process? How are you confirming with them? It's actually just typing a comment.
I'm calling I sent out postcards last week, and I'm calling every one of them next week. And I did invite 60. So I'm hoping.
Yeah, you want to expect, did you invite 60 and tell them to invite a friend?
Yes. I said, bring family, grandchildren, your fur animals. Yeah, I just opened it up.
Awesome. So one of the things that we do when we have our events is, yes, it's about a 4-week, it's a little more than 4 weeks. We send in a save the date out about 8 weeks in advance. Because, a lot of, you got to remember, the more people you want, the more you have to invite, because with any sort of event, your clients are always, they're busy, right? Especially if they've got family, they've got things. And this is the time of year when people's calendars get booked up pretty much from now until the end of the year. So I always send out a save the date about 8 weeks in advance. And then 6 weeks in advance, I start an email campaign. And then about 4 weeks in advance, we send another reminder. Hey, here's the actual event, because 8 weeks is just save the date. 6 weeks is a reminder to save the date. 4 weeks is here's the event details. We've got it booked. Here's the event details. Start inviting your friends, family. It's open to everyone. Please RSVP by X date. And then we give them a couple weeks. 2 weeks out is when we actually start campaigning for RSVPs. So we have a text message that goes out. We have an email that goes out. I will create a video text, and the video text will get sent out. And on every single one of them, we're asking them how many people are coming. We also have a link for them to RSVP. So we just create a link in Google Forms. Super easy. because we have to get a head count. And I always let people know, like, hey, we need a head count for X reason or whatever. The other thing is, whenever I promote my client events, I always make it sound like so much fun. Because some people are like, it's just a networking event. You know, it depends on your client. So you've got to really understand, like, it's got to be fun. There's got to be giveaways. There's got to be prizes, something for almost everyone to come, because you really do want all of your past clients to come in one place. And then the other thing about your past client events that you could also consider is for like sponsorships. You could always ask your lender partners, title reps, whoever is in your market. You can always ask them if they'd be interested in sponsoring your event by creating a swag bag, doing something that contributing, some sort of dessert, dinner, money, whatever. Because, you know, then they can have more exposure as well. Your lenders a lot of times will partner with you on this. Wendy.
So is Lynea on this call? Lynea.
I don't see her.
I don't see her either.
I'm on here.
You are?
Yeah.
Good. Let's talk, because last year we both did things that were very exhausting and a lot of work. And this year we talked about doing our doing the movie theater thing. So inviting all our past clients to movie theaters. I still want to do that. Not today, but this in the next few weeks. So we need to look at that. But has anybody did a movie theater where you like rent the whole theater and then invite all your past clients to it to watch movies together? Do you do like free popcorn, free drink? Like what?
So we, that was going to be one of our things in 2020 through. We were going to, but we ended up doing Dave and Buster's instead, because it was a little bit more activity, and because a lot of the people that ended up saying they were going to come had children. And so it's a lot harder to have a movie when I found that there was just going to be a lot of kids there.
Right, unless it's like a Christmas movie or something that kids can watch.
And you could have activities or something too during the time. So like, you know, there could always be like, you know, kids activities for the kids that don't want to watch the movie, because, you know, not everyone's going to like the movie. And some of the kids would get bored. Young kids could get bored.
Well, or even an adult movie, bored. Tell them not to invite their children.
You could
Just do an adult movie.
You could still do a scavenger hunt during the movie.
Yeah.
Have them take pictures of, you know, a cow. I don't know. Or a bingo.
Okay, we don't have cows in our theaters. And
I know, but I'd like on the movie screen.
I don't know. I'm just kidding. Okay, that's funny.
I was wondering.
Like, okay, Washington people are okay.
Yeah. No, I would say, so we had actually wanted to do that. And part of the thing that I would do, Lindy, is I would, if you have local people in your organization, which obviously you do, see if they also want to contribute. It takes that cost down. And so
it would be our whole crew, like 12 of us, inviting all our past clients, and then we would bring in a lender and a title, and then just split it. Yeah.
That's what I would do. And then if you want, like, I actually have like
look at like the cost of anything like that. I mean, I don't even know what that looks like.
Well, so it depends, because we had a here in Tacoma, there's like a smaller movie theater. And it was really inexpensive. The hard part that I found, the reason why, I think the other reason we didn't do it, was trying to find a time that was reasonable, because a lot of times the only time they would let you reserve the whole movie theater was like in the middle of the day during the week.
Oh.
So
Interesting.
So you might want to think about that too. And there was a couple where it was like they didn't really have a lot of options for movies, and none that I was interested in sharing. I would say like a movie theater would take more than a month of planning. You might want to think about that for next year.
Lanny, what are you saying?
So my friend just went to rented the movie theater for like opening night, and it's really affordable and easy to do.
Oh my God, let's just do it. Okay, so let's talk about that next week.
So,
in my mom,
like in Vegas.
All right, thanks for letting me share and work on my to-do list.
Yep. Absolutely. Love to give you more to do because you need more. You don't have enough.
Right? Like, let's give Joanne more shit to do while I'm gone in Miami.
Okay, so one of my other favorite holiday things to do is pies. Okay, we know it's very realtor cliche to do pies, but here's the deal: you can go to Costco and get a freaking pumpkin pie for like $8, and you can get an apple pie for $11. Okay, so what we did is we
They've gone up in price. I'm doing that too. So
yeah, so we actually deliver them. So we never did the whole thing. And it was awesome because like we actually called like, hey, pumpkin or apple, pumpkin or apple, pumpkin or apple. And people would choose apple because it's always more expensive. But anyway, we would deliver them. We would deliver them 2 days before Thanksgiving. And so it was literally like the week of Thanksgiving. There is no office time happening for Lynea Carver Home Team. It is driving. We're driving all the way over Western Washington. I mean, we went as far south as Chehalis. And anyone who's in this area knows we were as far south as Chehalis, as far north as Mount Vernon, delivering pies to all of our areas because like we had clients in all those areas. So, and that's what we've done. And then Erin just added a good message, which is, yep, we do the same thing. After delivery, do a video text and send it to them. Yeah, I'm on your porch. Just so you know, I put it here. Or we send a picture to them. Or if your clients are home, I always love it when they're home because they're always excited to see you. It's like, oh my God, right? I don't do pop buys. Like I was in Buffini coaching for a long time and he talked about random pop buys. I don't really like that to just randomly pop by somebody's house. But if I tell somebody that I'm going to pop by somebody's house, then I'll pop by their house if I tell them. So that was one thing that we did. And then, a lot of people like to just do pies inside, like come in and pick them up so your people can be in the same thing. Another thing we've done that worked really well for people is we actually rented a brewery. Super, super, super affordable. The lender paid for 3/4 of it, by the way. So didn't cost me more than a couple $100. And the great thing about a brewery was they always have their own entertainment anyway. So I didn't have to pay for entertainment. Like they had a live singer. We had everyone come and just, I bought them. There was a couple of like drink tickets. So they got 2 or 3 different beers or ciders. And there was a food truck outside. So they got a credit to the food truck. And there was live music. So literally it seemed like I put together this great event and did all the planning, but I didn't. I just capitalized on the brewery and reserved half of the brewery. And then the lender also paid for 3/4 of that. So, and Suma said dinner events cost $10,000 to $15,000. Yeah, I don't know that I would do a full dinner event unless I wanted to make dinner. I know Gaylin, she's in Vegas. She likes to host dinner parties at her house. So if that's something you love to do, that could be cost effective for you, Rima. I don't know if you like to do that kind of thing, but it's not really my thing.
I love to cook and I love to host dinner parties. I have a small apartment now, so I'd find somewhere else to do that.
It's like, I don't think that would work. You can have a very intimate.
Mine aren't. Well, so my clients are also really spread out, like from Lake Stevens, all the way down. And so they don't tend to come in to do things. So really for me, like with the pies, I drive and I drop that thing too. So, I just keep trying to think of like, what can I do that's, and I don't want to always do the same thing. I avoided pies for a long time because everybody does it. But then when the team I was on last year did it and everybody loved it, I was like, okay, that's an easy thing to do. I can do that. Yeah.
That's what I think. It's easy. And who doesn't like a pie?
And I give them the option of, I sent out a postcard last week and said, text me your choice, apple, pumpkin, or pecan. And then, because pecan's an option too.
I don't like pie, so I don't offer it.
I don't like Costco's because it's too sweet. But yeah, anyway, I'm not eating.
Exactly. I just forget about pecan pie because I'm like, what's a pie of nuts? I don't know. I just forget about it. And then also if people like decide they don't want it, I actually order too many because that's what happens. So I'll have to pre-order them from Costco, right? And then one year we pre-ordered too many and like I don't want to get stuck with the pecan pie.
I could go donate it to the food bank.
I know. There's someone else.
Yeah. So I want to do things that are like more sort of fun and social and affordable, and I get stuck in what to do, and then I am totally an overanalyzer. So then I think, okay, I want to do, like, I'm in the health and wellness field also, so like it would be really fun to do like a little women's wellness event, and it goes from this big to this big, and then I don't do it.
Okay, so that's called analysis paralysis.
Yes, I'm very good at that.
Yep, a lot of us are. So here's the deal. That's the one thing I'll tell you is you have to decide. You just got to make a decision. You've got to decide you're going to do it, and then just do it. And so here's my other thing about like clients being spread out, because as I've grown in my business, of course, I don't really drive that far anymore. I drive within like a little tiny circle. I drive a little tiny circle for my business. And so now I just like decide I'm going to host an event here, and I'm going to invite everybody and give everybody the option, let them decide if they want to come or not. So last year we did opening day of our minor league baseball team. That was a fantastic event. Fantastic. Like all I had to do was, they did catering, they did everything, and it was in Tacoma. And I had clients from Everett who were like super far. You know that, or where the area, but we were in Cheney Stadium, and we had people from up north in Everett coming because it was just a super fun event. And it was like, the cool thing about the baseball event was that like people that didn't come to any of my other events came to that one. And they invited friends, and they invited family. So that was an awesome event. It's not a holiday event because there's no opening baseball happening right now, but something like that could be great for a spring event. Kimbro.
Hello. Okay, so I was trying to say, okay, now that I'm with EXP and trying to promote myself with my new logo, my new adventure with luxury, blah, blah, blah. I was like, how can I do something? So I got on ChatGPT, of course, and said, my daughter's a photographer. She has some horses. My husband is an architect. How can we do something creative together to draw attention with his clients, my clients? And so ChatGPT just came up with all these ideas. And so what I'm trying to do and set up is there's a local builder that my husband works with that has kind of this barn-looking building downtown Cle Elum. And my daughter's going to bring her horse for Santa pictures and have Santa pictures. And she's a photographer. And I'm going to have my EXP. And then we're going to have local people like Miner's Pizza, who does all these specialty desserts. And they're going to provide the desserts. And so we're kind of involving all the people in the community to do like free Santa pictures or free Christmas pictures or holiday photos with your family. So that's what's in the works. So it's kind of that's fun. But yeah, what's more affordable when you get more people contributing, but also promoting themselves? And the desserts will have, the Miner's Pizza. And that's a big thing here in Cle Elum right now because they're branching off from just pizza. And then having that be, promoted in the whole community, the whole big community of Cle Elum.
The whole giant community of Cle Elum.
Yeah, the whole giant community here. But, because, Suncadia does their own thing. And, so I'm trying to figure out how can I do something here that some Suncadia people would also come. But it's just ChatGPT helped me with my thoughts get deeper and it kind of narrowed it down. But anyway, if anybody is trying to do something, ChatGPT can help with a little more ideas or fine tuning.
I love AI.
Yes, right.
The other thing I'll tell you all is when you're doing these type of events, whatever event it is, don't forget content. There are so many times I hear that these real estate agents did all these events, and I'm like, how come there's literally no content? Like, you have so much content you can create. Not only can you get so much content during the event, your clients can actually promote you, by the way. Like at these events, your clients should be promoting you. So scavenger hunts are awesome, right? You get a picture with all your clients, video of all your clients. Like, you need that. That's case studies. That's proof of service right there, right? You want proof that you actually have that you actually, like, clients love you. What better way to make them tell other people they love you? The other thing you should be doing at all your events is getting more Google reviews. So we have a little QR code that goes on all of the tables, whether it's a seated table or a bistro table or whatever. And we tell people, hey, our goal is to get to 100 reviews on Google. Help us get there. We say 100 5-star reviews, by the way. 100 5-star reviews on Google. Help us get there, or whatever your step is, right? And then offer people a little prize for helping. Like enter to win this, enter to win that, et cetera, et cetera. So should be getting Google reviews, content. Like if you have so much content coming from event planning, like not only behind the scenes content, which helps you build trust with your audience, so you get to see who you really are, the authenticity piece. You actually have like we just said, talked about proof of concept, case studies, client testimonials, right? Like if you're partnering with communities or other businesses in the community, you have that community collaboration piece. There's just so much content. And so this can take like if you do your events or any one event can give you 3 or 4 months worth of content. So there you go. So anyone who's struggling with content, just do an event. There you go. You got your whole content. Do 3 events a year. You've got a whole year's worth of content. Whole year's worth. Wendy said I had 100 pumpkin pies with 25 extra. Gave them to my neighbors and got 2 listings. Yes, last year my event got me. It cost me, the ROI on events is insane. I can't do math. I'm not a math person. So I paid, I think $3,000 for the event, and I earned, I got 4 million, 5 million in sales from it, from one event. So tell me where else you're going to get an ROI like that. Nowhere. Because like if you go and you're just asking your clients for referrals all the time, who do you know? Oh, I don't know anybody. And I'll remember, I'll think of you next time. They're the courteous, right? They're going to be courteous and tell you, yeah, I'll think of you, but they're really going to think of you. And unless you're educating your clients on how to actually give you a referral, most of it's like, oh, hey, I mentioned your name to so-and-so, right? And that's not really the way a referral works. A referral is a pass off. A referral is a, hey, Lynea, I need you to help so-and-so. Here's a group text to introduce you, right? That's how a referral works. Or Lynea, here's so-and-so's phone number. Please call them right away. And so the best thing about events like this is you have people bringing their friends and family, and then you follow up with them and you're like, hey, Bree, how'd you guys like your event? It was awesome to meet your boyfriend and his family. Oh yeah. In fact, we're actually thinking about combining our households, and his parents want to downsize. Okay, that's how that happens. So that's why I love events. Wendy.
I love events too, but the last 3 years I did lottery tickets. I went, and we don't even have lottery here in Las Vegas, so I had to drive to the border to buy the lottery tickets and then hurry back, stuff the envelopes, get them in the mail before the drawing, right? Because it's Powerball. It wasn't just scratch offs. Powerball, I want them to win big. And then it had a little joke in there, if you do win big, guess what? You need to be buying another home. Here I am. So anyway, people really love that, but it was a lot of work driving to the border, trying to get all these, get the cards, get it in the mail, blah, 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 So that's why I think the movie theater is going to be so much easier. But anyway, that's a good idea, especially if you already have the ticket in your town. You just go buy, a bunch of Powerball tickets. And in fact, they went up. Like they used to be $1 and now they're $2. So anyway, when you do that times 350 past clients, that's a lot. So anyway, that is a good idea though, especially if you only have like 100.
I'm just laughing at like the only person that thinks about doing something that's not even available in her town is Wendy.
Like, well, it went right before Thanksgiving, right? And it was,
it's a great idea.
I'm thankful to have you in my life, right? So it's a thankful card for Thanksgiving, and that's what we ended up doing instead of the pies. Because hauling 100 pumpkin pies in the back of a Jeep, that was good content.
That was fantastic content.
When they fucking fell over. No, I'm kidding. Only a couple of them got damaged. But anyway, the pumpkin pie thing, having leftovers and passing it out to your neighbors instead of eating it was amazing, because that's where my 2 listings came from. So it's definitely a thing. Even so, like, think about it. CMA drop-off in a neighborhood. Go get some pies and put it with the CMA.
There you go. We're doing CMA drop-offs. There you go. So here's the other thing about event. Rima asked a really good question about structuring an event, like inviting your clients. Here's the thing. You have to have a process for every event, and it's got to be the same process every time. The only thing that's going to change is the actual logistics on the day of. So if you want to start incorporating events as part of what you do, You need to just have a process. It needs to be systemized, right? Mine is 8 weeks out, they get to save the date. 6 weeks out, they get a reminder to save the date. 4 weeks out, they get the actual agenda. That's it. And then we have a series of emails, calls, text messages, video texts that go out from there. That's how we do it every time.
Thinking more about like the actual event itself. Like it's easy if you have like you're doing a brewery and everybody's enclosed in a space and you can interact. But if you do something like zoo lights, like everybody's kind of walking off on their own. And so how do you structure it in a way where you have engagement, but you're not requiring everyone to hold hands with a buddy and to stay in the group?
That's what we did with Dave & Buster's, is the exact same thing, because it's an arcade.
Yeah.
Okay. And so people come in the room, they eat, and then they leave the room, they come back in the room. So this is what I did. I stayed in the room for the most part. And then I decided to go out, and like a couple of clients, I'm like, hey, you want to go play a game with me? And they're like, yeah. And that's basically what we did. And they had to take different pictures at different games or different things I wanted to see. So zoo lights, I would be like, here, go to this exhibit. Make sure you take a picture of this, right? Get the company or get the zoo, ask them if you can post your balloons or post your swag somewhere throughout. And so every time they see one, they take a picture with it. So that's how you get engagement from that.
Okay. Thank you.
That's what I would do. And that's what we did last time with the Dave & Buster's. It was like we had open house signs kind of throughout. They let us do it. They let us put, balloons up. They let us like hide little swag bags like behind the game. So we have to be like, hey, go check behind whatever. I don't know the names of the games, but go check behind this game and see the little prize and take a picture of it. Right. And so that's how the engagement happened, because you're right. You can't make people hold hands in a group, because it is one of those things. So that's going to be kind of like how those events are structured, right? If it's something like what Ellen's doing, where it's a photo event, or like what Kimbrough's doing, where it's like they're all in a room, it's very different. And sometimes those events can be a little awkward for people. So I think having an introduction to your clients by doing something like Zoo Lights or Dave & Buster's is a great introduction. Even something like a baseball game where they can bring their own people, interact with each other a little bit, and then you bring them together with doing games or something like that.
Yeah. I'm thinking, if I don't know, this idea just popped in my head, so I'd have to see what the zoo would allow, but having a table with hot chocolate.
Yep. We're getting it. And so like the goal is, oh my gosh, who is in Jen Sell's hand right now? Oh my gosh. Who is this, Jen?
What?
Jen's got a puppy.
This is Anasty.
Oh, there she is.
That's Anasty. We call her Henny.
Hi, Henny.
So,
Wow. You missed the beginning of the call, Jen. You were talking about dogs for like the first 5 minutes of this call.
Aww. What a cutie.
So cute. I'm like, oh, we little puppies. Okay. All right. Was this helpful? Rima, was it helpful for you? Did you get your question answered?
Yes, I did. I just have to think about logistics and not overthink about it.
Yeah, don't overthink. Just do it. And if you want to call me, and I'll be happy to give you my agenda for how we did the Dave & Buster's thing. Yeah. But like that kind of stuff, like the engagement from events like that really come from getting your clients to take photos and tag you on social, right? Like the biggest thing they can do is take a photo and tag you on social. Take a photo of something with your name on it and tag you on social. That's all it's like, that's the engagement. And then you get people from social like, oh my God, that looks like so much fun. And then you're like, oh yeah, do you want an invite for the next one? Because your past client events become not just only past clients, but they become people you're like prospecting to. Like you're prospecting, your sphere. They become events for people like that, where it's like, hey, I want to work with you and you want to work with us because we're a family, we're a community. So,
love it.
Okay, cool. All right, everyone. Have a great day. Oh, we're sharing something else. Accident. Okay, everyone. Have a great week, and I will see you next week. Bye.
Thank you.
If you'd like more information or to get connected to the Agent Power Huddle, join our free Facebook group. This call was designed for the agents in our EXP organization, but open to any agent from any brokerage. If you're a guest and you're interested in learning more about EXP or our specific resources within the Agent Collective, reach out to the person who invited you to this call to get more info. Produced by the Agent Collective Media Network.